Hey all and welcome back to the HSC playthrough of the wonderful 101 Remastered. Still can't afford anything, Rich?
No, not quite at the minute, because I'm after specific things. It's the speed charge, it's the unite charge, and it's the multi-unite 2. But I do actually believe that if we go into the menu and go to the mixer, we might have enough stuff to get a platinum card. Basically, it's 30 items of each to get this. And, yes, get in there. It is perhaps recommended to use this on the much more expensive items in the Wonderful Mart, for obvious reasons. But right now, I want Unite Charge, because what Unite Charge allows you to do is it allows you to increase the size of your Unite Morph without actually drawing a bigger shape. So you can just draw a shape, and then you can make it bigger and bigger and bigger incrementally.
Now, is this regardless of how many wonderful ones you have in your party at that time?
Roger.
It still can only go to the maximum amount of wonderful ones that you have.
Okay.
However, obviously, as you progress through the game, you're automatically going to have more and more wonderful ones because you're just pulling in more permanent wonderful ones to the team.
I got you.
I mean, as we can see once obviously the cutscene's ended, we've always got a pretty decent number, and as we get further on, we're going to get closer and closer to that magical 100 number.
Ho.
So yes, we start off with 54, whereas when we started the game, I'm pretty sure we only had, like, 20.
Yeah.
That's what I like to see. Our gal's still safe.
So did they just move her here from the previous chapter?
No, this is a different one. They put up the same statue in multiple locations.
That's my bad. I didn't mean to be statuist. Who the fuck is this now?
This is Wanna, and he is a snivelling little insect of an enemy, and you will never guess who voices him.
You're gonna surprise me, Rich.
It's Steve Bloom.
What?
So yes, voice of Ares and Sub-Zero and Wolverine and various things. Yes, that is Wanna.
Very cool. I think actually Steve Bloom is reprising Wolverine for Choke on Fires.
Ooh, nice. He also voiced Jack in Mad World, which was Platinum's first game as an independent company.
Hey, there you go. How is Mad World?
Mad World is fun. It's very scrappy. It's far from perfect, but it is at least a fun time. I think it was sort of that early fitting in time for Platinum, but yes, we have a big robot to face down, because of course we do.
That's a death egg. I don't care what that thing at the bottom says, that's a death egg.
There's a vague owlness about it. I think it's the sort of little feather antenna things at the top, just sort of giving an owl-esque appearance. Don't know why.
Was he riding a pisher plant or something?
Effectively, yes.
I didn't want to say bong.
I mean, he's probably smoking something, so...
Oh?
This is the Dakar. Ooh, who is this?
Oh, pink. Yes.
Another one? You kidding me? Blue, wait! Unite, hand!
You cut it kind of close there, lady.
I mean, yes, but also I do believe that she was firing it with the intention of giving us something to jump on to. So, you know, not all aliens are trying to kill us, which is a positive sign.
First, I'm against statues, then it's aliens. God, I'm gonna get cancelled to hell and back after this.
Don't worry, I will probably also get cancelled after they see my absolutely abysmal rocket riding in this particular moment, because obviously what you're meant to do is dodge out of the way of everything, because you can't actually do any attacks during this. Part of the sort of slightly recommended approach is to hide behind the Virgin Victory, because that will shield you from certain bits and pieces. But it's not going to shield you from everything, and doing a sort of general square motion throughout the screen can help, but obviously you kind of need to move before things actually reach you, rather than the slow-ass manoeuvres that I seem to be taking.
Last-minute swerves are not really a thing here, as I found out the hard way when I died literally millimeters away from hitting the damn thing.
And then the other thing is that, yes, you do need to aim at the eye. You need that to be green, otherwise you are going to fail. Not the first time that Platinum have done a sequence like that, because there is the lipstick shot in Bayonetta.
Oh yeah, of course.
Ooh, something from the past. Mysterious.
Oh, you can tell it's the past because it was sepia tone until that very last frame where it turned into colour.
Oh, sacre vert, Wonder Rouge. Catching a ride on a missile is not my idea of a good idea.
Seriously, I am going to need a total makeover after this.
I didn't think you had it in you, Red.
It's also not the first time that Hideki Kami has had people ride missiles either.
No, and God willing, it won't be the last. Looking at you, Studio Clovers, plural.
Although I can't say that I'm expecting Ami to be riding any missiles. That's not quite her scene.
Modern day!
Hidden blocks in the middle of a boss fight. Mean game. Mean.
Isn't this one of the only operations where that happens?
This is definitely one of the only boss fights where this happens, yes. What you've got to do is obviously continually hammer this bloody thing down, but there is going to be fire that's going to shoot out at you that you need to avoid. And yeah, don't do what I did and get yourself stuck up like that. I just had really bad luck, and the start of this did not go quite according to plan.
Yeah, I can see. Don't worry, I had the same experience.
I will say, it's a lot easier than I am making it look, because obviously the whole principle is run out of the way of where the fire is going to shoot. Don't just stand there and get hit when it's very obviously going to land.
You're just an eager beaver, is what you are.
Yes, really way too eager. You also do need to have a bigger hammer to get this done quickly, because otherwise it just takes longer to hammer in.
I didn't like that at all.
Now that that bit's done, we do have a little bit of the fight that's also a little bit irritating. But we are going to get to the really cool bit that makes it why I enjoy this boss fight in the long run.
This isn't just a boss, it's a whole last level to boot.
Seconds, I want to see your leader. Don't you speak English?
So, Tom, you're not the only one who's alien this. Luca is also very much in that space.
Well, kids, you know, no, I don't want to generalise any other subgroup, please. Oh, what now?
The egg's hatching, Tom.
Henshin. You think Hideki Kamiya is a Transformers fan?
I think there's definitely an element of that. I suspect he's also a fan of Gundam, and, well, we know he's a fan of superheroes and all sorts. So, wouldn't surprise me at all.
Wonder Jump!
I think not.
Wonderful 100. Diplomacy fails again. Team, engaging unlimited form.
Makes me smile every time.
Team, unite up.
Okay, we don't get our own sequences, but that's fine.
I think that would be a little bit too much on the poor thing.
Hey, it would be accurate to Sentai, especially the final roll calls.
I mean, yes, it would, but also I don't think that most gamers have that level of patience.
Now you see, I didn't do this.
Yes, which I can imagine made this a hell of a lot harder.
I just dodged around the majority of them.
Here's another new enemy, because, you know, just throw more at us. This is an Orgon. It's basically a digging snake thing. And there are actually two ways of dealing with it. You can either use sword, which is very useful because this thing crackles with electricity, and it allows you to rack up damage on the thing and cause some lovely damage. If you cause enough damage, it'll fling itself out of the ground.
Damage, damage, damage.
The other thing that you can do is, every now and again, when it flings up its chainsaw tail, you can use whip to pluck it out of the ground.
Yeah, I saw that immediately when it popped up. I'm not usually that savvy, but I do notice things.
You see, and it also means that your brain is beginning to click in the ways of the Wonderful 101.
Oh!
You're starting to notice the patterns that the game throws at you in terms of whenever it brings you a new enemy, there will be something that you'll recognise as, oh, okay, this is how this thing works.
The sheer power, ladies and germs.
But yes, I very much do tend to just stick with sword whenever I'm dealing with these things, because getting the electricity, obviously having the element increases your combo score, so why would I not want to do that?
What are you trying to do here exactly?
I was trying to draw a hand, and somehow just creating a random one-liner that I think just wanted to pick it up, probably.
Oh, Rich.
I am a decent Wonderful 101 player. I am not the best, and that is a prime example of why.
Another one?
Mm-hmm. And I believe it is technically possible to hit Wanna during this sequence, which is why he sort of disappears every now and again, but you're not going to cause any damage at this point, because we need to actually face him down properly to get some joy.
That would be really awkward if you beat him here and then the level just ends.
Yeah, it really wouldn't be that cool, would it?
Oh my god, calm down.
Something also fun to point out is that Wanna might actually make a reappearance in the game after, because obviously most of the bosses we beat them in the chapter themselves, spoilers. But Wanna actually features in the DLC that came out for the Wonderful 101 many years later after the original game came out, because as part of the Kickstarter.
Yeah.
Which, obviously, grumpy bits, but fun bits. They actually, one of the stretch goals was a full-fledged DLC package for a whole little mini-story. And that was reached. That did come out, and we aren't going to see it here, because I didn't want to bother recording all of that, because it was a while after I'd actually recorded this. But it was a fun little side story. It was nice to return to the game, and Wanna is the villain of that piece. Also, yeah, I was not happy with that. The way that you pretty much have to work this is try not to get hit by those bloody things, but as Daija comes into play, you really just want to get into one of the corners as quickly as possible.
I learned that the hard way. As did you, apparently.
Yeah. Now, hilariously, I do believe that when I originally played this, I'm pretty sure that this was the operation that I pure platinumed.
Oh, wow.
It was clearly not happening this time. I want you to see the full experience and me completely flubbing it. Also, just shows that I'm human.
Yeah, okay, Richard, we've heard all this bullshit before. First, you don't include the DLC. Then, you don't even bother to play the game correctly.
Well, you know, I mean, this is a mean sequence because he does multiple, and trying to get out of the way can be a nightmare.
I thought he got you there.
Nearly, but just about dodged. I think if it had happened any more times, then I 100% would have gone, nope, I'm redoing it, I'm not happy.
That's the way we do things. Play the music, baby.
And this is where the fight gets fun, and this is, I would say it's this sequence and the end of the fight, which is what I really enjoy, because this is the point that it gets ridiculous and epic and fun. It's the tables turn moment, and I always love these.
I used a lot of Wonder Gun, or Unite Gun in this section. Ow.
Yes, you will do, because the whole point is how you fire things. Now, what you can do to slightly speed up the process of various bits is that you can use hammer to smash the various bits on the end van, and that can allow you to get off this particular end van quicker than you perhaps would have done. I do believe actually this is also an instance where there is a future wonderful one with a future Unite Morph, where actually this is an area where its technique can come in handy for making things happen quicker, because what you're supposed to do obviously is attack the big glowy blue balls to destroy the chain things. But obviously it's moving very fast and it's possible to get a bit of damage in there, but you're going to do most of it at a later point in the fight. But it is possible to hit them there if you have the other Unite Morph, but we don't at the minute. We are not going to get that until a couple of chapters' time.
See, I thought I was doing something wrong by not taking out the buzzsaws.
At our current state, it is a challenge to do that at this early stage of the fight.
All that for one guy.
I know, but we're nearly at a full 100 wonderful ones. Just need to keep going.
I believe if you have hammer for this, you can knock it out.
You can indeed, although it's more knock it in so that you can jump onto this wonderful thing and get up there to actually attack one directly.
Now see, this would have sped things up for me.
This is ultimately where you get most of the damage in, and also get things done really quickly, because you get handouts, you get multi-unite morph going, and oh boy, look at that health bar go.
Holy shit. I want to go back and redo this fight now.
You see, when it goes well, it's bloody cool. There's a little bit of waiting around to do sometimes though, so that's not ideal, but you know.
I was gonna say.
Now this is one of the other things that you can do. If you use hammer to block those things, you are able to then pick up one of the things that he's fired at you and fling it back at him.
Goodbye.
This is the moment where you are intended to take down the blue globules. So, as I said, don't worry if you can't get them early, but you can hit them, it is possible. Yes, at that moment I was just like, just give me a sword long enough so I don't have to run that far.
You lazy bastard.
I have to try.
Yeah, what's up, Water?
Very grumpy at this moment because I'm just like, I don't have enough ones to be able to make a bloody hammer.
Why can't you just use your other guys to attack?
Not really. You need to smash it open to actually cause any damage. It's one of those annoying things where he's effectively shielded during that moment.
Okay, no, I can see it. I saw it even.
Thankfully, he made it easy for us to go back up, and because, you know, I now have hammer available to me immediately, it's not going to be a problem. One moment of the game being kind to me. Yay, more health!
Huzzah! Second bar, baby. I think not.
I don't believe we're going to quite beat him on this particular run, but we are getting close.
I gotta say, this is very cathartic to watch.
You see what I meant by I really love this fight, and you were just like, oh no, it's not. I can understand where the frustrations come from. But, as you can see, when it works...
First of all, I had to process that for a second. You need a lot more nasal if you're going to imitate me. Second of all, it's not like I got the consolation prize here.
Fair.
I got a bronze.
Which is very good. I'm sorry, that sounded really nice.
That's okay, it was funny and that's all that matters.
I try. But yes, I do enjoy the bits of him flinging energy balls at us and getting to, you know, sword them back. But hopefully this is going to be a moment where I can, you know, show this particular bit off. Picking up one of these bloody things and throwing it. Nope, he blew it up before I could do it. For God's sake. Just was not having the time here. But I have managed to get a bit of damage onto this particular chainsaw already, so I'll take that.
Yeah, there you go.
And come on, Warner, give us the last little push.
Really, you'd think he'd stop doing this after a while, but I guess he's looking for punishment.
Well, exactly, and we can tell that he's nearly defeated because everything's glowing red.
It's kind of a universal symbol.
Starts off a lovely clear blue, and then as more damage gets taken, it goes redder and redder and redder. There we go, I see the end of that life bar.
Yeah.
Ah, so close.
No, he's over there, Rich.
I was trying, but it's fine because we get to take out this chainsaw now. Yay!
Unite, cover!
One of the things that I will say to you now, as a friend, this basically sees the end of the shorter operations for a while. The next couple are gonna be long, so get ready for the long haul. They're gonna be fun and they're gonna be epic, but the challenge is about to jump up again.
Yep, I see it here in my footage list.
But I do believe That right there, we should now be into the final attack.
I died there. Well, not died per se, but I took a loss.
Yeah, because it doesn't quite tell you is that you have got to run a little bit to be able to get the jump prompt. Because obviously the thing's bloody massive, so you can't just jump from the off. I wish I had that level of manoeuvrability when I'm doing the bloody thing.
Well, don't worry, Richie. You can do the Unite Sword like a champ. Hey, you know what? You can have this back.
You get to do a little bit of extra damage just to do that little hit to the post.
See, in any other game, this would be a final boss. Here, it's the third chapter.
Exactly, and this approach to boss fights effectively continues throughout the rest of the game. I mean, there's maybe an argument that there's maybe one of them that's not quite on the scale of a final boss fight, but that's for a very specific reason that you will come to find out.
Yeah.
Everything else, yes, if it was any other game, it would be the final fight.
Goodbye. He tried.
And failed.
You rock, Yellow. Come on, man. Catchphrase time. Let's hear it.
What? We have no such catchphrase in my country.
It was going so well.
This is so much more endearing than that moment in Castlevania Nocturne, I believe, when Richard's like, here, you know what? This is the part where I do a catchphrase, but I'm not gonna do a catchphrase.
Yes, it is definitely more endearing than that. And it's very in keeping with Yellow's character.
What? Dude, that is so not happening.
Do hope that Shirigane, you know, making use of the... I mean, it ended up being half an hour, but he said he needed 10 minutes. So, oh, good.
Oh.
Glad that worked out.
I thought it was a hologram.
Nope, the thing managed to, you know, help it teleport.
Stratoport just disappeared, guys.
Woo-wee! Now that's what you call old-fashioned Southern ingenuity.
Southern of where?
South America, well, Southern USA.
Is that you?
Okay, of the future.
The port is safe and sound. I tucked her away in subspace. It's the ultimate defense.
Look out for bombs in there.
It's something that ain't there.
That is true. But I do love that we just get to watch one just spin and fall to his doom
Spin!
whilst we're having a wonderful conversation.
I told you she was popping hot fresh out of the lab. Just finished her up yesterday.
This is really annoying! This isn't funny! More like, wanna be?
We do not announce ourselves in my country. I am unprepared.
Mother Russia, enemy announces you. Ah, never mind, I'll just fucking die. You make me want to be a better, wonderful 101 player, Richie.
That's all I can ask for.
Wonderful 100, do you copy? The enemy fleet has been destroyed, and remaining bogies have bugged out.
Good.
Excellent work today.
Tea time.
Get back to the Virgin Victory.
I mean, 100%. I mean, I agree with Nelson. We do need a good old cup of tea after this.
Don't forget the shade.
And there's that baggage that needs returning to sender. Right, kiddo?
Alright, I'm gonna be honest, I forgot about you, Luca.
L-U-K-A.
I mean, maybe don't call him baggage. I don't think he's quite going to appreciate that. But still, operation complete. We can move on to our next operation. As I said, get ready for a couple of long ones.
It's fine. I'm all good.
Roger. Team, back to the bridge.
Roger.
It's nice to not have to, like, warp anywhere. We're already home.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, let's see how you did. I thought that said filth.
I will take a platinum.
Oh, God bless you, Rich. Alright, folks, that's it for Operation 003. Join us next time for the inevitable 004. Bye for now.